Praise be Jesus and Mary. Today we celebrate the memorial of St. John Neumann, a missionary to America, Bishop of Philadelphia. And in the readings for today's Mass, it talks to us about love. St. John the Apostle is talking about his favorite topic, that of love, that of charity, and instructing us in it. And St. John gives us the example, the ideal of charity, and that is the example of Christ. He says, the way we came to know love was that he laid down his life for us. And so St. John presents Christ, and we could say not only in the example he gave us on the cross, but the example of laying down his life, emptying himself for us, also in the crib and also in the Eucharist. And so Jesus Christ everywhere is not only teaching us about love, charity, but above all instructing us with his example. And then St. John says, so we ought to lay down our lives for our brothers. And so the life of the Christian is going to reflect, or should reflect, the life of Christ in one degree or another, in one manner or another. And so we ought to ask ourselves, am I laying down my life for my brothers? Do I have the sense that I'm doing that with my time, with my possessions, with my talents, with my strength, with everything that God has given me? And now the temptation is to take our eyes off of Christ as our exemplar, our ideal, and to look at others around us and kind of measure ourselves according to them and think to ourselves, well, I'm more generous than that person. I spend more time praying than that person. I work much harder for God than that person, right? And so then we'll want to actually become less fervent in charity because we're comparing ourselves to others. And notice we're making a judgment there, which is presumptuous. We're not even saying, well, it seems that I'm loving God more than this or that person. It seems that, but we're actually have the tendency to say, I am loving God more than that person. Well, why aren't they working as hard as I am, or praying as much as I am, or doing the apostolate that I'm doing? Okay? That's a really bad temptation. We should keep our eyes fixed on Christ and really strive to measure, to give ourselves in the measure that he has given himself to us, and not worry about what everybody else is doing. God has called us as an individual to love him as much as we can. And in charity, we should presume that everyone else is doing the best that they can. And so the Church has also given us, of course, the lives of the saints as well to be our model. We can look to the saints for sure. And so today we have St. John Neumann, the Church puts before our eyes. Okay, a man who gave up his life, laid down his life for others, just like Christ. Okay, giving up marriage, giving up country and homeland, and coming here to America, of working hard to build parishes and schools and overcoming all of the difficulties and fatigue that involved, of being uncomfortable in the position that he was given as bishop. He said, I'm really not meant to be among the cultured people of Philadelphia. I'd feel much more at home if I were with the country folk. But that wasn't the will of God. He had first and foremost fulfilling the will of God, of loving in this world in the way that God wanted him to love, of spending all the gifts that he was given for the love of God and neighbor. That is laying down one's life. And so we should all strive to do that as best as we can, turning to Our Lady and asking her for help. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.